These are two of the hardest Backrooms levels to find and to enter. Part 2. No intro needed, it's simple, and let's dive into it, shall we? The video. Enigmatic levels inside of the Backrooms are typically known for how quirky and weird their descriptions are, and this one is no different. The video has been classified as a class undetermined for its strange properties, unknown information, and the possible presence of unknown creatures. The level is thought to be entirely inside of a video file, the creator of this video file being completely unknown. The only way to access the video level is by making it all the way to the ins library and shuffling through the computers until you find one computer with the video inside of a folder on its desktop. And to access the level itself, you must find that file, double-click on it, and you'll be sent inside of the level. The description of what you might see if you do this is as follows. The video looks like a medium-sized cityscape with different shops and hotels and restaurants and other city-like structures. Notably missing from the city is the presence of houses, or residential areas. They're very rare to see and are thought to be deadly if entered. Apparently, wanderers who have been seen going into a house have never been seen coming out. So take that as you will. The city is sparsely populated with facelings under the old level 11 effect, which is where they're docile and not aggressive. The cityscape is a strange monotone grayscale to everyone who comes here. The air is staticky and glitchy to walk through, and you can really only access this level for 5 minutes, since that's what the runtime of the video is. And each minute that passes while you're inside of the video, the deadlier the place will get. This makes it very important that you either don't come to this level, or if you do, find an exit swiftly. The following document explains what happens each minute that you're inside the level, and I'll get into that right now. Under 1 minute inside of the video is the safest time to be here. Exploring the city is not dangerous for this minute, and you'll only encounter a faceling or two. They'll be docile though, they won't attack you. The facelings might be scary and unnerving, but they pose no real danger. 2 minutes into the level, the facelings will start to distort and warp and make these weird vocalizations, and the level itself will become darker and more grunge. 3 minutes into the level, it'll almost be completely dark, and more strange and unnerving noises can be heard echoing down the city streets. The facelings will now start to chase any wanderer they see, and they'll be way more aggressive, and they'll emit more distorted screams. 4 minutes into this environment, the city will begin to deteriorate rapidly. Fires will break out in the buildings, structures will crumble and fall, and bloody corpses of facelings and hounds will appear in the streets. Those strange noises from earlier will now be omnipresent and will surround you completely. After 5 minutes of being in the level, any wanderer inside will vanish into oblivion. Wanderers who have been in this level at that 5-minute mark have never been seen again. To enter the level, you have to do what I said earlier and make it all the way to the end library, find that video file on a random computer, double-click on it to play it, and you'll be teleported to inside of that video physically. To exit, you'll need to find a clear wall in the city center and no-clip through it. This will likely bring you back to the end's library. As of this video, it is unknown why this video exists, how people get sent into the level, if the video is the same each time it's played, or what happens to you after the video ends its playtime. We don't know. All that is known is that it's one of the hardest levels to find the entrance to and to physically enter. Nothing at all. Several years ago, a strange note was found scattered through different Backrooms levels. The levels included are level 0, level 1, and the hub. And the note seemingly describes steps on how to enter a level that no one had ever heard of until the note was found. The level has since been named Nothing at All, and has been given a class undetermined difficulty due to it not being explored whatsoever. The instructions to enter this mysterious level read as follows. Step 1. Cover your eyes with your hands. Step 2. Advance 7 steps. Step 3. Turn around and take your hands off your face. Step 4. Find the nearest ladder and climb it. Step 5. Go down 4 steps and then back up 2. Step 6. Yell a number between 1 and 1572. Step 7. Enjoy. Now, these instructions are seemingly arbitrary and random in design, but it would be a really weird thing to make up if it didn't actually work. Any attempts to follow the instructions have not been successful that we know of, but several theories exist. One of them being that some strange entity inhabits this level and is attempting to lure people here. But recently, a new letter with new instructions was found by an unidentified person only known as James on an unidentified negative level. The letter was slipped underneath a door that James was in, and after following the new steps, James was able to deduce the following. He tried to enter level nothing at all, following those steps, and he failed 5 times in a row. However, it's said that after that 5th failed attempt, he did it again, and he managed to shout the correct number between 1 and 1572, as listed in the instructions. After he did this, his body instantly dematerialized and vaporized, and no one knew if he lived or died or whatever. The people with him and the witnesses, they tried to yell the same number that he did and complete the steps in the same way that he did, but it was to no avail. It didn't seem to work that way. In a more recent discovery, a new note was found on the hub level, claiming to be written by James. Now, where James was and how he was writing a note, or where he came from to ask for help, cannot be verified. We also cannot verify if it actually was James or a hoax who wrote this new note. These images are all that we have of the unnamed negative level that James was on with his friends when he attempted to enter level nothing at all from. And to this day, we're really not sure how he disappeared or where he disappeared to, but it is assumed that level nothing at all took him. However, we have no description of that level at all, and all we have is the level that he was on. And we don't even have the number for it, we just have the pictures. To enter the level, you have to follow those instructions, even though it didn't work for anyone until James randomly got it right. And we're also not sure about the exits either, since no one has been able to corroborate if this level even exists. Theories on this level range from an entity making it, to it being a Backrooms crazy creation, to it being a sublevel of the void. We don't know. Some even say to follow these instructions is the only way to get back to reality. What do you think, though? Let me know in the comments. But because of these effects and the strangeness around the level's very existence, I believe level nothing at all is the most difficult Backrooms level to enter of all time, since we don't know if it exists or not. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like to bring old James back.